Chosen one, listen carefully. This moment is not ordinary. This moment is sacred. You have stumbled upon these words not by chance, but by divine appointment. Heaven has marked this exact hour for you to hear what God is about to reveal. Your spirit has felt it for some time now, the waiting, the silence, the stretching of your faith. But hear me clearly, the wait was never wasted. The wait was preparation. And now God is declaring, it's time. You have been hidden, not forgotten. You have been prepared, not abandoned. While you wondered if the delay meant denial, God was shaping your character, sharpening your spirit, and setting the stage for your breakthrough. Every closed door, every unanswered prayer, every sleepless night of questioning was not a punishment, but a process. You were being refined, purified, and readied for what only you were chosen to carry. The world may not have recognized you. People may have overlooked you. Some even dismissed you, but heaven never lost sight of you. The silence was not rejection, it was God's careful construction. Like a seed buried beneath the soil, your potential has been hidden in darkness, but the season of sprouting has come. The ground is breaking, and life is pushing forth. Chosen one, can you feel it? The air is shifting. The weight you've carried is about to lift. The chains that held you back are loosening even now. The enemy thought he delayed you to destroy you, but in truth, the delay became the very thing that developed you. You are not behind. You are right on time with God's calendar. And here is the prophetic word you need to hold on to. God says, it's time. Time for doors to open. Time for promises to manifest. Time for destiny to come alive. What once felt like wilderness will now reveal streams of living water. What once seemed like waiting will now prove itself to have been preparing. Stay with me through this entire message, because what God is about to unfold will connect the dots of your journey. You will see why the heartbreak had to happen, why the silence had to linger, why the preparation felt so heavy. This is not just a word of encouragement. It is a divine announcement. Your spirit already knows it. That tug, that stirring, that undeniable inner knowing, it is heaven whispering. The season has shifted. The wait is over. Chosen one, the time you prayed for has arrived. And in the next moments, I will show you exactly what that means for your life. Chosen one, hear this with reverence. What I am about to release is not my own imagination, nor the echo of mere human thought. This is a message carried by the Spirit of the living God. It is a word born in eternity, spoken into your now. You are listening because heaven has drawn you here. You are not late and you are not early. You are exactly on time with God's appointment for your life. The voice of God has always been a guiding force for his chosen ones. From Abraham, who was called to leave everything familiar, to Moses, who heard the call from a burning bush, to Esther, who was positioned for such a time as this, the divine pattern has never changed. God selects, God separates, and then God speaks. And today, chosen one, he is speaking directly into the core of your being. The waiting season you have endured was not a punishment, but a divine classroom. You have been learning without even realizing. Every disappointment taught you discernment. Every delay trained your patience. Every battle strengthened your spirit. And through it all, the unseen hand of God was guiding, shaping, and protecting you. I want you to understand something deeply. When God prepares a vessel, he does it in secret. When God raises a warrior, he first allows them to taste wilderness. When God ordains a leader, he first permits them to walk through shadows. And now your season of shadows has served its purpose. The Spirit of the Lord is saying, step forward, for the light is upon you. Do not be surprised if your heart begins to stir as you listen. That stirring is the witness of the Spirit inside you, confirming that these words are not ordinary. They are a Rhema word, a living word for you. The kind that cuts through confusion, the kind that lifts you out of despair, the kind that unlocks clarity. God is declaring that the time of preparation has ended. The time of manifestation has begun. Your prayers have not gone unheard, and your tears were not wasted. Every cry you lifted in the night has risen before the throne, and heaven has recorded your faithfulness. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. And the fact that you are still standing, even after everything you've faced, is the very evidence that God's hand has never left you. So I welcome you into this moment, not as a casual listener, but as one who has been marked by destiny. What you are about to hear is a continuation of your story, written not by men, but by the author of life himself. This is why the message carries such weight, because it comes from the one who holds tomorrow in his hands. Chosen one, lean in with all your heart. The Word of God is about to peel back the veil on what you've been waiting for. You will not leave this message the same way you entered. Prepare yourself, for what God is revealing is the very key to unlock the next season of your destiny. Chosen one. The moment you've been sensing in your spirit but could not quite explain is now unfolding. This is the unveiling. The wait was preparation, and God says it is time. The prophecy is not just about a vague season of change. It is a divine declaration that the chapter you have long prayed for is opening before your eyes. You have felt the pressing, the stretching, the holy tension of waiting. It has been like standing at the edge of a cliff, knowing you were meant to soar, yet unable to see when the winds would lift you. But hear this, the winds of God are stirring, and they are about to carry you higher than you have ever imagined. The prophecy is this: everything that has been held back will begin to align. The doors that once slammed shut will now swing wide open. The relationships that were removed from your life will prove to have been divine protection, not rejection. The resources you lacked will begin to flow. The opportunities you thought had passed you by will reappear, this time with your name written on them by the hand of God. This is not wishful thinking. This is a divine orchestration. Just as Joseph was hidden in prison before being raised to the palace, just as David was tending sheep before being anointed as king, you too were hidden so that your unveiling would be undeniable. The Spirit of the Lord is saying your hidden season has ended, and the unveiling season has begun. Do not measure this with your natural eyes. Do not weigh this against what you see in your bank account, your environment, or even the opinions of others. For what God is declaring does not begin with man's approval. It begins with heaven's decree. And once heaven speaks, no force in hell and no system on earth can cancel it. Chosen one, see yourself stepping through a doorway of light. See yourself walking out of a narrow hallway of waiting into a vast expanse of promise. God is placing a mantle upon you, a fresh anointing that has been forged in the fire of your trials. What felt like delay was in truth the refining of your oil. Now the oil will flow. The prophecy is also this: the very things that once brought you pain will now become the platforms for your purpose. Every setback is about to be reintroduced as a setup. Every betrayal will become proof of your unshakable calling. The scars you carry will testify of survival, and those who once doubted you will witness your rise. The time of small beginnings is shifting into the time of great impact. You will notice acceleration. Things that once took years will now happen suddenly. Doors will not just open, they will burst forth. What you sowed in tears, you will now reap in joy. The heavens are aligning with your destiny, and you are stepping into the fullness of time. But I must emphasize this: the unveiling is not simply about external blessings. It is about the revelation of who you are in God's plan. You are more than a survivor. You are more than a dreamer. You are an ambassador of light, a carrier of hope, a vessel through which God will show His glory. The prophecy being unveiled is as much about your identity as it is about your destiny. Chosen one, the wait is over. God says it's time. Time for you to walk in authority. Time for you to stand in boldness. Time for you to claim what has already been prepared in heaven with your name on it. As you hear these words, something is already shifting inside you. That is the Spirit confirming the word. You are not just listening to prophecy, you are stepping into prophecy. This is your unveiling, and heaven rejoices at your arrival. Chosen one, pause and let your heart be still. What God is doing in your life is not random. It is not coincidence. It is part of a divine sequence, a sacred rhythm written long before you ever took your first breath. To understand the prophecy, you must see beyond the surface. You must enter the depth of what God has been teaching you all along. The wait was preparation. And in that preparation, God was revealing spiritual principles that are as old as creation itself. Think of the seasons: winter, spring, summer, fall. None of them arrive out of order, and none of them can be rushed. The ground must first harden, then break, then bloom, then bear fruit. Your life has mirrored this pattern. The cold winters of silence, the unseen springs of growth, the hot summers of testing the fruitful harvests. All of it was training your soul to align with divine timing. One of the greatest lessons of waiting is trust. Trust is not proven when the answer arrives quickly. Trust is proven when silence stretches longer than your expectation. God was asking you in that season, will you still believe me when nothing seems to change? Will you still declare my goodness when doors remain closed? Will you still walk by faith when sight offers you no evidence? Chosen one, you passed that test, and passing it has unlocked the season you are now entering. Because trust is the foundation upon which God builds destiny. Without trust, blessing becomes a burden. Without faith, the promise becomes too heavy to carry. That is why the waiting season was necessary. It shaped your heart to carry what is now being released. Another principle at work is transformation through fire. Just as gold must pass through flames to be purified, so too must a chosen vessel pass through refining seasons. Every betrayal, every delay, every loss was fire. But fire does not destroy what is real. It only reveals it. You are still here because your calling is real, your faith is real, your identity as God's chosen one is real. Do you see now why the prophecy had to unfold this way? God is not just interested in giving you what you desire. He is interested in molding you into who you are destined to become. The preparation was not just about aligning circumstances, it was about transforming you. You are not the same person who first began this journey. You are wiser, stronger, more resilient, and far more sensitive to the Spirit of God. Chosen one. The wait was a hidden sanctuary, a place where you were stripped of dependence on others so you could depend solely on Him. A place where you lost things, but in losing, you discovered what was truly unshakable. The silence was not absence, but intimacy. God was closer in the shadows than you realized. And now as He brings you into the open, you will carry a depth of faith that cannot be shaken by storms. The spiritual meaning of this prophecy is also about alignment. Heaven operates on timing, not just desire. You may have wanted it sooner, but had it come earlier, you would not have been ready. Had the door opened before the foundation was set, it would have crushed you instead of lifted you. God in His mercy withheld until now. Not because He was punishing you, but because He was protecting you. And now that the moment has come, you will discover that it is better, richer, and fuller than anything you could have planned for yourself. You must see yourself as a vessel and God as the potter. The clay cannot rush the shaping process, for if it does, the vessel will crack under pressure. But now, chosen one, the shaping is complete. You are being placed into the kiln of glory, not to break but to shine. This is the depth of the message. The wait was not empty. The silence was not wasted. The delays were not denials. They were preparation for the unveiling of who you are in Christ. And now, because you endured, you are stepping into divine timing. Chosen one. God's timing is perfect. And today, you are walking into the perfection of that timing. Let this truth settle in your heart. Nothing was wasted. Every tear, every prayer, every moment of holding on has built a foundation for the destiny that is now breaking forth. Chosen one. When God moves, He always leaves signs. These are not coincidences. They are divine confirmations, subtle yet powerful reminders that heaven is aligning with your destiny. Many of these signs have already been appearing around you. Perhaps you noticed them. Perhaps you overlooked them. But now, as your eyes are opened, you will see them clearly for what they are. 1. A shift in restlessness. Have you felt a stirring inside, a holy unease with where you are? What once felt comfortable now feels too small. The places you once fit no longer carry the same peace. This restlessness is not confusion. It is your spirit sensing that you've outgrown the season you're in. It is God's way of nudging you forward, reminding you that the wait is ending. 2. Unexpected doors cracking open. You may begin to notice small opportunities appearing, conversations, invitations, open pathways. You did not force. These are not accidents. They are previews of the greater doors God is about to open. Do not dismiss them, for they are confirmations that the locks are loosening and your way forward is being prepared. 3. Renewed energy in your spirit. Though you have been weary suddenly, you sense a strength rising from within. It may come as fresh motivation, a new idea, or simply the courage to hope again. This inner revival is not self-generated. It is the Spirit of God breathing life into you, reminding you that you are stepping into the season of fulfillment. 4. Divine alignment with people. Pay attention to new connections or even the return of old ones. God often sends the right people at the right time as living confirmations of His timing. Where once doors closed in relationships, you may find new ones opening, not for distraction, but for destiny. The people coming into your life now will carry purpose. 5. Recurring words or symbols. Perhaps certain scriptures, phrases, or images keep crossing your path. You see them in unexpected places, hear them in conversations, or even dream of them at night. This repetition is not random. It is God's way of highlighting His message. It is time. The more it repeats, the more you know. Heaven is emphasizing it. 6. A sense of peace amid uncertainty. Even when circumstances remain unclear, there is a deep calm within you. This peace surpasses logic. It whispers all is well, even when the evidence is not yet visible. That peace is the ultimate confirmation that God's hand is upon you, guiding you into what He has promised. Chosen one, these signs are already active in your life. Some subtle, some loud, but all pointing in the same direction. The wait was preparation, and now the shift has come. Look around you with fresh eyes, for the confirmations are unfolding, even as you listen to this word. Chosen one. As the door of destiny swings open, you must know this truth: every breakthrough comes with opposition. Do not be surprised when challenges rise in the very moment you step into promise. These struggles are not punishments. They are confirmations that you are moving in the right direction. The enemy does not fight what is not a threat. The fact that battles intensify is evidence that you are carrying something worth resisting. Challenge 1. The weight of doubt. As blessings begin to unfold, whispers of doubt may rise. Questions like, am I really ready? What if I fail? What if this isn't God? These are not the voice of the Spirit. They are echoes of fear meant to paralyze you. Remember, God does not bring you to the threshold of destiny to abandon you. Doubt is the shadow that appears when the light is near. Walk forward anyway. Challenge 2. Distractions meant to derail. Not every door that opens is divine. Some opportunities will appear shiny, but are meant to pull you off course. Some people may re-enter your life not to bless you, but to burden you. This is why discernment is critical. Ask God to show you the difference between a distraction and a destiny door. When you sense unrest, pause. When peace accompanies a choice, step boldly. Challenge 3. Spiritual warfare intensifying. Do not be startled if opposition rises in unexpected forms. Sudden conflicts, strange resistance, or even inner battles. This is not proof you are losing. It is proof that the enemy sees what is coming. But you must remember, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Warfare is often loudest right before the breakthrough manifests. Hold your ground. Challenge 4. The test of patience in fulfillment. Even in a season of unveiling, some promises unfold gradually. You may see the first signs, but not the full picture. The temptation will be to rush ahead or force things in your own strength. Do not do it. The same God who began this unveiling will complete it. The fulfillment may come step by step, but each step is leading you exactly where you need to be. Challenge 5. The fear of leaving the old behind. Stepping into the new requires releasing the old. This may mean letting go of relationships, habits, or environments that no longer align with your destiny. It will not always feel easy. Some things will try to cling to you, but you must choose obedience over comfort. What you release in faith, God will replace with greater abundance. Chosen one. These challenges are not here to break you. They are here to strengthen you. They are the final tests of faith before the full promise unfolds. The very pressure you feel now is the proof of your transition. Stand firm. Lift your head. Do not interpret opposition as absence of God. On the contrary, it is the evidence that His hand is upon you. And as you endure these hidden challenges, you will emerge even stronger, even brighter, even more aligned with His perfect plan. Chosen one. When God declares it is time, He also provides direction. For every unveiling, there must be obedience. For every promise, there must be preparation of the vessel. What you do in this season matters. These are not suggestions. They are divine instructions given so you can fully walk into the destiny awaiting you. Instruction 1. Guard your atmosphere. Not every voice deserves access to your ears. Not every environment deserves access to your spirit. God is calling you to be intentional about what you allow around you. This means removing toxic influences, limiting voices of doubt, and surrounding yourself with those who feed your faith. Atmosphere is everything. The right soil produces growth. The wrong soil stunts it. Choose wisely. Instruction 2. Stay rooted in the Word. This is the season where Scripture must be your anchor. When doubts rise, the Word is your weapon. When confusion tries to enter, the Word brings clarity. God says, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from my mouth." Chosen one, make the Word your daily bread. Meditate, declare, and stand on it. The more you saturate yourself in His Word, the more unshakable your steps will be. Instruction 3. Step in bold faith. This is not the time to shrink back. Opportunities will arise that seem bigger than you, and that is the point. They are designed to stretch your faith. Do not wait until you feel fully ready. Readiness is not about comfort. It is about obedience. Faith means moving even when fear whispers. Remember, Peter only walked on water because he stepped out of the boat. Instruction 4. Cultivate intimacy with God. More than what you do, God desires who you become. Intimacy is not about performing, it is about abiding. This means setting aside moments daily for prayer, worship, and quiet time with the Lord. In intimacy, you receive instruction. In intimacy, you are strengthened. In intimacy, your spirit stays aligned. Chosen one, never let success pull you away from the secret place. Instruction 5. Release what no longer serves your destiny. God is asking you to lay aside weights that slow your progress. This may be unhealthy habits, lingering bitterness, or even connections that drain your spirit. It will require courage to let go, but every release creates room for the new. Do not cling to yesterday when God is handing you tomorrow. Instruction 6. Walk in humility and gratitude. Elevation is coming, but humility must remain. Gratitude must overflow. The quickest way to lose what God gives is to forget who gave it. Stay humble in success. Stay thankful in blessing. Recognize that every open door is grace, not entitlement. The more you honor God with gratitude, the more He multiplies the blessing. Instruction 7. Speak life consistently. Your words are seeds. What you declare shapes the atmosphere around you. Do not use your tongue for fear, complaint, or negativity. Instead, speak promises, declare victory, and confess faith. Say out loud, I am chosen. I am prepared. I am stepping into my time. As you speak it, your spirit will rise to believe it. Instruction 8. Protect your peace. Not every battle deserves your energy. Some attacks are distractions meant to rob you of focus. Learn to discern when to fight and when to stay still. Sometimes the greatest act of faith is resting in God's protection. Peace is your compass. Guard it fiercely. Chosen one. These instructions are not burdens, they are pathways. They are not meant to restrict you, but to empower you. If you walk in them, you will not only see the promise, you will live in it. God is giving you the map. Your obedience is the key that unlocks the door. Remember, the wait was preparation, but the instruction is preservation. What you do with this season will determine how fully you experience what has already been declared over your life. Chosen one, take this to heart. You are covered. You are not stepping into this season unguarded. Every chosen vessel of God walks with a shield unseen by the natural eye, but undeniable in the spirit. That shield is surrounding you even now. When God declares that it is your time, He does not simply open doors and walk away. He goes before you, walks beside you, and stands behind you. He is your rear guard and your front shield. Wherever you go, His presence is your covering. There will be moments where resistance tries to rise, but you must remember this truth. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. The weapon may form, but it will not succeed. The challenge may appear, but it will collapse before it overtakes you. God has already written the outcome, and the outcome is victory. Think of Israel walking out of Egypt. Pharaoh pursued them, but he could not capture them. Why? Because God Himself placed a pillar of fire between His people and their enemies. Chosen one, that same pillar surrounds you. Darkness cannot touch you because the fire of God is standing guard. Even in hidden battles, the thoughts in your mind, the fears in your heart, the unseen spiritual warfare, you are not alone. The angels of the Lord encamp around those who fear Him. Even now, heaven's army is stationed on your behalf. You may feel the weight of the fight, but you are never fighting alone. Let this bring you peace. Protection is not something you must earn. It is your inheritance as one chosen by God. He has invested too much in your destiny to let it be destroyed. That is why doors closed when they needed to. That is why relationships ended that could have harmed you. That is why even when you stumbled, you were not consumed. God's hand has been your protection all along. Chosen one, rest in this assurance you are safe in His plan. The path may not always look smooth, but His covering is constant. You are being guided step by step, shielded from dangers seen and unseen. And even when storms rise, the storm cannot drown the one who walks with the master of winds and waves. Peace is your portion. Security is your inheritance. Confidence is your companion. You are not vulnerable, you are not forgotten, and you are certainly not exposed. You are wrapped in divine covering. So as you step forward, do not fear. Move boldly, knowing that you are protected, surrounded, and preserved. The same God who prepared you, the same God who called you, is the same God who shields you, and His protection will never fail. Chosen one, lift up your head and open your spirit wide, for this is the moment you have been prepared for. The shift you have long awaited is not distant. It is unfolding now. Transformation is not just coming, it is here. Fulfillment is not an idea. It is becoming your reality. You will feel it first within. Where once there was heaviness, joy will rise. Where confusion clouded your thoughts, clarity will settle. Where weariness weakened your steps, strength will surge. This inner shift is the truest sign that God's word is manifesting. For all outward change begins with inward renewal. But transformation will not remain internal. It will overflow into every area of your life. Doors will open that align with your calling. Opportunities will present themselves with undeniable timing. The places where you once felt resistance will now feel like acceleration. It will be as though the wind itself has turned in your favor, carrying you forward with a speed you could not manufacture on your own. This fulfillment is not merely about personal gain. It is about purpose. You were not prepared simply to be blessed. You were prepared to be a blessing. What God places in your hands will ripple outward to your family, your community, and beyond. The testimony of your breakthrough will become a light for others, still in their waiting. Chosen one, see yourself transformed. No longer bowed beneath the weight of waiting, but standing tall in the strength of destiny. See yourself walking in rooms you once only dreamed of, speaking words that carry authority, carrying a presence that shifts atmospheres. The very places where you were overlooked will now call your name. The very assignments that once felt too heavy will now feel like perfect fit for you, have been shaped to carry them. And as fulfillment unfolds, gratitude will flood your soul. Every tear you cried will make sense. Every night you wondered if God had forgotten will be redeemed by the realization that He was always working. You will not just receive the blessing, you will understand the journey. And that understanding will make the fulfillment sweeter, richer, deeper than if it had come without the weight. Transformation also means this: your identity has shifted. You no longer see yourself as the one waiting, but as the one walking in promise. You no longer carry the posture of survival, but of thriving. Fear loses its grip, doubt fades into silence, and hope stands tall. You become a living testimony that God's timing is not only perfect, it is worth it. And this is the fulfillment you must hold on to. God is not simply answering prayers. He is exceeding them. What you thought you were waiting for was only the beginning. The true fulfillment will be greater, wider, deeper than what you imagined. For His word says, "Now unto Him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think." That is your portion. That is your inheritance. Chosen one, this is your transformation. This is your fulfillment. The wait was preparation, and the unveiling is here. Walk in it with joy. Step into it with confidence. Live it with gratitude. For you are not the same as you were. You are transformed, and your destiny is fulfilled. Chosen one, before you go, let us seal this word over your life with truth you can carry into every moment. The prophecy has been declared, the meaning revealed, the signs confirmed, and the instructions delivered. Now you must anchor it in your heart with words of life. Affirmations to declare daily. The wait was preparation, and now my time has come. 2. I am chosen, covered, and empowered by God's hand. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I step boldly into my divine destiny with peace and confidence. Speak these aloud. Let them echo in your spirit. Repeat them in the morning when you wake and at night before you rest. The more you declare them, the more they will shape your reality. Words create worlds. Your affirmations are aligning you with the fulfillment already unfolding. A final blessing over you, chosen one. I bless you with the peace that surpasses understanding. May your heart rest in the assurance that you are exactly where God has destined you to be. May every fear bow to faith, and may every doubt be silenced by the certainty of His word. I bless you with courage to step through every open door, courage to release what no longer serves your destiny, and courage to walk with boldness into the unknown. You will not falter, for God is with you. I bless you with provision that resources, opportunities, and divine alignments flow into your life in ways that leave no doubt it was God who supplied them. May lack be replaced with abundance and delay with acceleration. I bless you with protection that angels encamp around you, guarding your steps, your mind, and your spirit. No scheme of the enemy will prevail against you, for you are hidden under the shadow of the Almighty. And above all, I bless you with fulfillment. May you taste and see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. May every prayer you prayed in secret bloom into testimony for all to witness. May your life shine as proof that God's timing is perfect, His promises are true, and His love for His chosen never fails. Chosen one, walk now in peace. Walk now in joy. Walk now in readiness. The wait was preparation, but the unveiling is here. Lift your head, open your heart, and step boldly into the destiny God has prepared for you. It is time.